What's up guys, and welcome back to another awesome video here on the JDM NYC channel. And yes, I know what you're thinking, we do have another Z32. Look, before we get any further into this video, let me just admit to something right now. I really love the Nissan Z cars. I thought it was an awesome platform, a beautiful looking car, just a lot of fun to drive, and well, I love them. And as such, they keep popping up on this channel. But I get that I can't keep showing you the same exact thing because you will just stop watching. So I'm trying my best to pick out the cars that are a little bit different and a little bit unique. So this time around, we have a 1991 Nissan Twin Turbo 300ZX, or Fairlady Z, WALD edition on here. So full WALD body kit, as you see all around, WALD wheels. This car also has a Trust exhaust, or what I'm guessing is the Trust exhaust, because we have the JAMSA stamp right there with the 006 identification, which is the Trust identification. There isn't any badging on the actual exhaust, so it's a bit weird. But I'm gonna go off of that stamp and say that it's a JAMSA exhaust. There is a HPI front cone filter mounted right over there, so it can have as much airflow as possible. Unfortunately, very turbulent airflow because it's very direct, but so it is. And then we have our intercoolers mounted over there on each side through those vents, so awesome airflow for that. And a little bit of a unique thing, so these headlights. These were actually the very same headlights that that Lamborghini featured on the Diablo. So if you look up in the corner, I'm kind of showing a little bit of comparisons of the same headlight being used. So there's a couple of different things on this car that I really want to point out and touch base on. First off is these WALD wheels. Wheels that I personally love, but they're really a hate or miss kind of thing. You really either love the way that this car looks on these wheels, or you absolutely despise it, and I just happen to be lucky enough to fall into the category of people that love it. What I do despise, however, is this chrome strip here. There's just no point to it. It stands out, it doesn't fit with anything, there's nothing chrome, there's nothing shiny on this car, but it is what it is. Beautiful interior, however. 2+2 model, cloth suede interior, just looks awesome. There's actually some cool stuff here on the interior, so let's dig in a little bit and see what's over here. So, the radio has been replaced, as with almost all of these. This one actually came with a little bit of a hooked up sound system, and I'll show you what I mean by that later on in the back. Here's what I find very, very interesting by this. When's the last time you saw a mini disc player? And when is the last time you saw a mini disc player in a car? Beautiful display. I gotta say, it just looks really nice at night to watch that. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot here that is much different from the other one. I'll give you guys kind of a quick look around if you didn't get to watch the other video, which I definitely recommend you do. Power seats, my favorite Fairlady Z badges down over there. The Z emblem over here. Here's actually the next cool feature that I want to show you guys. See this thing hanging over there? Some of you might already know. That's a turbo timer. For those of you that never knew what that is, let me show you a quick thing of how that actually works. So let's turn our car on. For this video, let's turn it on to 20 seconds for this demo. Normally you'd keep it on for longer. Normally you'd have that mounted, you know, right there somewhere so that you can see it as you're driving, but it's not. So it's down there. The car's on. Let's imagine we drove around somewhere and vroom, vroom, vroom. We went places. And now we're back and we're done. And because this is a turbo model, you don't want to just get to where you're going, boom, shut it off and walk away. You want to give it time to cool down a little bit. And that's where the turbo timer comes in. So we got to where we're going. We took out our key. Now that's it, the car's off. The car is on, but as far as we're concerned, the car's off. We can now leave, close the door, lock it, and walk away. And once it hit that 20-second count time, the car shuts off. Pretty cool little feature. Before we go too far forward, I don't know if we're going to capture this very well on camera, but you see how that back quarter window over there looks a bit different. Looks a bit weird. I mean, it's not fully see-through. So this is a very interesting tint that's on here. You can kind of see my hand over here. I'll show you if I could zoom in a bit on what that actually looks like. So this is a little fabric that I'm hopefully is capturing on here. A little fabric that's on both of these back quarter panel windows, and it gives it, you know, not a black tint whatsoever, right? It's not blacked out windows, but it's just enough to make you a little bit questionable about what's happening back there, and you can't really see and you can't really tell. But it doesn't stand out in your face like a black tint does. It's a very interesting approach, and frankly, I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's factory or an option that was offered over there or not, but it's a brand new approach, and I've really never seen that, but I love it. I think that's ingenious, and I think it's just enough in states where they don't allow you to have black tint to still get some bit of privacy inside your own automobile without attracting the attention of every single police officer. Definitely something I want to look into. And the trunk. So this is how this car came, straight from the boat, straight from Japan. This is our usual T-top covers so that we don't have to constantly be visible in there. And then when we do have the T-top off, this is the little pocket, so to speak, that you would put your roof into to keep it nice and secure and protected when it's in your trunk. This, however, well, obviously did not come with the car. I couldn't tell you what brand this is. What I could tell you is that it's doesn't sound very good. It does not sound very good. It's not very bolted down here either. It is, I mean, they just kind of put this box onto this stand, and you are free to, let's move this out of the way, and you are free to put this wherever you please. You obviously can't put it too far forward because then the hatch doesn't close on top. And then we have a Phoenix Gold amp QX2150. I mean, a questionable wiring job to say the least. Nothing's really wired bad. It's just not very, it's not clean. It's not installed. It's kind of just shoved back here. They threw it here and then they left and forgot about it. But that's how it came. That's what it is. When I didn't have the opportunity to do this on the last car, I do have the opportunity to show you guys on this car the little privacy screen that's back here. So you would essentially pull it up, and you see how there's two hooks on each side? Well, there's two little mounting points for those hooks up here. So let me show you what that looks like. With the screen up, it connects up there, it essentially raises and lowers with the top, and then, well, this is going to make a stupid outline, but when you close everything you have in your trunk is now covered. Mind a bit of dirt over here, but everything is covered now. Can't see. Nice. See if we're gonna capture an exhaust clip for you. Definitely not what you expected to hear, right? I know, it's huge pipes in the back, and you would think that it's going to be extremely loud, and it's really not. It's a pretty quiet exhaust. It is a turbo model, so it's not going to be that loud in the first place, but, I mean, it's a relatively quiet exhaust. In fact, you probably hear the turbos more than you hear anything else, and it does produce, I mean, a beautiful sound, and this is bone stock turbos. I mean, imagine how beautiful this thing would sound with some nice blow-off valves. But it sounds great going through a tunnel as it is. I think that's a lot to say for essentially a stock Nissan with a questionable trust exhaust. Alas, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll see you soon.